I sprained my wrist, I went out partying with a couple of 20-year-olds, and I got robbed. Hello kings and queens, and welcome back to the Art of Life and Love. My name is Joanna, and on my channel you guys will be following me as I travel around the world, learning lots of lessons about myself and the world around me, and then sharing them with you. This channel was originally started as a wellness channel, and I still want to incorporate that, but with more of a spiritual twist, as I've had my spiritual awakening on my second one since I started this channel, and I want to be able to incorporate that into this and share my life and my lessons with you guys. As you saw in the intro, I am now in Madrid. I have indeed sprained my wrist, although technically that happened whilst I was on my work away. I also went out partying with a bunch of 20-year-olds, and oh my god, you guys, I am just like reliving my student era right now. I had a great time on Monday, met lots of lovely people, drank a lot of tequila, made some decisions that were questionable, and took the whole of yesterday, well, the whole of Tuesday to recover. But it gave me the inspiration for this video today, as well as getting robbed, because yeah, let me just start with that. Really quickly, before I dive into the rest of the video, I just wanted to let you guys know that I have set up a Ko-Fi account. If you guys don't know what a Ko-Fi account is, I will put a link to it down below. It's basically a place where I can keep you guys more up to date on my videos, my blog posts, on my day-to-day adventures, because these videos are usually maybe like a week or two behind where I'm actually at. So if you want more up-to-date updates of what I'm doing, then I'm going to be posting them on my Ko-Fi. I'll be able to interact with you guys a lot as well, and hopefully create some sort of conscious community. On my Ko-Fi as well, I am now offering both tarot readings, which you can purchase through the website, as well as personalized poems, and this is to help from my travels around the globe. If you want as well, you don't want to purchase those things, you can just simply buy me a cup of coffee. I absolutely love first thing in the morning going and getting myself a cup of coffee in the mornings, wherever I am. So if you guys want to buy me a cup of coffee and receive a shout out, then go ahead again and click that link. But yeah, back to the main video. I arrived in Madrid on Saturday the 20th of August. It is now Wednesday the 24th of August, and I stayed in an Airbnb for a couple of days. I went to a market, which was lovely, but yes, I made a stupid decision, and I wore this backpack. I put my purse and stuff in this backpack and got robbed in the market. So I like that it was a lesson from the universe to literally not put my valuable possessions in the front pocket of my backpack if I'm going to be traversing through a crowded market. But I immediately saw that it happened. I have Monzo, so I was able to freeze my card straight away and order a new one. So no harm done other than losing 20 euros and my driver's license. But I definitely saw it as a lesson, especially because on Sunday I am going to Ecuador. I have decided to go work in a plant medicine retreat center near Cuenca, Ecuador, and there's definitely a lot more risk of theft out there. So I feel like this was a lesson. The universe was saying, right, Joanna, if you're not going to be careful in Spain, then we're going to test you and like send you a very clear message to be very, very, very careful in South America. And this leads me on to what I would like to talk about today, which is the fact that if you ever find yourself going through things that you have been through before, or where you would have reacted in a certain way, and you find that your behavior, your response, and your reaction changes, just know that you were tested for a divine purpose. Know that you were tested and that you were put through that exact same situation so that A, you could be given the chance to change how you react to things, and B, to show you how far you've come. When I realized that my purse was gone, I could have freaked out. I could have been like, universe, why? I could have been in self-pity mode. I could have literally let it ruin my entire experience, because it happened right at the beginning of my trip in Madrid. So I could have literally let it ruin the whole thing. If any of you guys have ever had group therapy sessions like CBT or DBT, DBT specifically has something called radical acceptance. And radical acceptance is when you, in the moment, understand and completely accept with detachment and calm that there is nothing that you can do in that situation. And I've practiced radical acceptance many times in my life. For example, when I was about to get onto a flight to Rome and my ex's passport was not accepted, so we weren't allowed to get on the plane. And in that moment, I just immediately accepted that there was no way we were going to bribe our way onto that plane, and that there was absolutely nothing that I could do. And radical acceptance is an amazing practice because it means that you just accept what has happened and you move on in that moment. You don't hold on to it, you don't whine about it, you don't begrudge it, you don't let it impact you negatively for a long period of time. And it doesn't mean that you accept that what has happened was right or that it should have happened or anything like that. It's not about that. It's literally about, for your own peace of mind and your own sense of inner peace and calm, radically accepting in that moment that something has happened that you cannot change. And that's what I did. I practiced radical acceptance. I immediately saw that my purse was gone and didn't let it impact my day or my trip. I didn't let it cast a dark cloud over Madrid, and I didn't hold it against whoever had taken my purse, because obviously they were in need, right? And I saw it as a test as well. The universe will constantly put you in situations to see whether or not you have integrated the lessons that you have been learning. A lot of what I've been learning recently on my travels and in the past year is how to remain balanced and centered, how to bring myself back to that state of inner calm, how to not be perturbed by external influences and external things going on around you, because life will always have its ups and downs. There will always be things that happen that are out of your control and that impact you negatively. There will always be things that cause a ruckus and cause chaos and attempt to bring you down, because it's all about duality. You can't experience highs without lows, and it's best to just remain in the middle. So the fact that I've been learning how to remain centered, how to bring myself back to that inner state of balance and calm, and to not be so impacted by external incidences, how can I go around saying that I've learned all of these lessons, and then when something happens that creates this external chaos, I lose my shit, right? And the best thing as well about external lessons is that it isn't just the universe testing you to see whether or not you're going to react differently, but it's to show you that by reacting differently, you are integrating the lessons that you have been learning. And this is what the cycle of karma is, right? It's bringing things back around over and over and over again, repeating the test, repeating the lesson until you have learned it, until you can actually put into practice what you are preaching, what you are learning about, the lessons that you are integrating into your day-to-day. If you find that you have been meditating constantly, that you've been bringing yourself back to a state of inner calm, that you have been radically accepting the things going on around you, and that you have been living your best life, and then something comes along and just goes and you lose your shit and you lose your inner calm and you hold on to things personally and you let it impact your day and you just allow yourself to be rocked out of that state of inner peace and inner calm, then you haven't obviously integrated the lessons that you have been learning. So this is why when bad things happen, when choices are made and lessons are learned, and when the external universe is reflecting back something chaotic, I pat myself on the back. Instead of being like, oh my God, I just got robbed, I'll be like, oh my God, I just reacted to that with so much acceptance and grace. That is so much growth, and I'm so proud of myself. I choose to reframe my perspective away from negativity and away from pity party, poor me mentality, and choose to see everything as an experience. And that's what I want to leave you with today. See everything in your life as an experience. Not every experience is going to be fantastic. It's not always going to be spending 5 weeks near a river in central Portugal. Sometimes it's going to be getting robbed in Spain. But every experience is teaching you something, and everything that you go through and everyone that you meet is there for a reason, is teaching you something, is telling you something about yourself. And sometimes the only reason you're going through something is to see if you will react differently and see if you've integrated the lessons that the universe has been teaching you. So with that, I will leave you with some shots of Madrid. I haven't been that on sightseeing whilst here. It's been mainly just lazing around, doing some shopping, preparing for my trip to South America next week. But the shots that I have taken, I will leave for you now. So I'll see you in a bit. Thank you for watching my video today, guys, and I hope that I've made some semblance of sense and I hope that the background noise hasn't been too much of a disturbance. It's really difficult being in the city after being in off-grid workaways for the past 5 weeks and having so much quiet and calm and peace, and now just being like chucked back into the middle of society is a bit like so. First of all, I've come to a botanical gardens, but unfortunately it's still in the city and I can't get away from the noise. But yeah, that's another tip actually. If you're in the city and it's becoming really overwhelming, go find yourself a botanical garden and just walk around all of the beautiful live trees, just touch some greenery, be like woosah. And just know that you will be okay. But yeah, once again, I'd like to remind you guys to go check out my Ko-fi page. I'll put the link down below. But otherwise, have a lovely week. Just be screaming at tractors. I'm literally preaching about inner calm and I just told a tractor to fuck off.